There's a certain magic in discovering places that sit quietly off the beaten path, where time seems to slow down, and every corner whispers stories from centuries past. Poland, with its grand cities and dramatic history, is also a tapestry of small towns, each with their own distinct character, flavors, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. Today, I want to take you beyond the obvious and introduce you to 10 of Poland's most enchanting small towns, places where the rhythm of daily life still beats gently alongside ancient cobblestones and wild landscapes. Whether you're drawn to riverside artists' enclaves, snow-capped mountain retreats, or medieval wonders perched above winding valleys, these towns have something to stir your soul. I've spent years exploring Poland's hidden nooks, and each visit leaves me yearning for more. More stories, more encounters, more beauty tucked away in plain sight. This isn't just a list. It's an invitation to journey with me, to wander and to wonder. So pack light, bring your curiosity, and let's set out together. We'll wander through forests untouched for millennia, scale castle ruins, and sip coffee in sun-dappled squares where locals greet you like an old friend. These are the places where Poland reveals its heart, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find a piece of your own story here too. First stop, Kazimierz Dolny. Nestled on the banks of the Vistula River, this dreamy little town is like a living canvas. As you wander through its cobblestone streets, you're wrapped in a gentle hush, broken only by the distant laughter of artists painting beneath the sun-dappled trees. The town square is framed by Renaissance townhouses, each facade intricately decorated, each corner vibrant with creative energy. There's a sense here that time has stretched, inviting you to slow down and notice the detail in every window, the softness of every brushstroke. Climb up to the castle ruins, and you'll find yourself above the rooftops, gazing out across the river valley. The panoramic view is breathtaking. The meandering Vistula glimmering in the afternoon light, the town below alive with quiet purpose. It's easy to see why poets and painters have flocked here for generations. Kazimierz isn't just a destination, it's an experience, an invitation to see the world through an artist's eyes. Next, we journey south to Zakopane, nestled at the very foot of the Tatra Mountains. The moment you arrive, the air feels different, crisp, invigorating, scented with pine and adventure. Zakopane is Poland's mountain playground, a town where wooden chalets peek out from snowy slopes in winter and wildflowers paint the meadows in summer. Every season here is an invitation to hike forested trails, to ski down powdery peaks, or simply to sip hot chocolate by a roaring fire in a cozy highland inn. But Zakopane is more than just a gateway to the mountains. It's a place where tradition is alive, in the music, the architecture, the hearty local food. Wander through the bustling Krupówki street, and you'll hear the strains of folk melodies drifting from wooden taverns. The town pulses with life, yet the mountains always beckon, promising solitude and awe just beyond the next bend. In Zakopane, you'll find both excitement and peace, all wrapped up in Poland's most spectacular landscapes. Stepping into Sandomierz feels a bit like walking onto the set of a historical film. Perched atop a hill overlooking the Vistula, its old town is a maze of winding lanes, red brick churches, and pastel houses, all surrounded by ancient fortifications. Every stone here has a story, from the Gothic cathedral to the mysterious underground tunnels that snake beneath the city. Once used by merchants, now open for curious explorers like us. But the real charm of Sandomierz is found in its gentle pace. Locals gather in sunlit squares, sipping coffee as bells ring softly in the distance. From the Opatowska gate, the panorama stretches out across the green valleys below, a reminder of the town's long history as a crossroads. Here, past and present mingle, inviting you to lose yourself in the timeless beauty of Poland's medieval heart. Hidden away in the Karkonosze Mountains, Karpacz is the kind of place that whispers to the wild at heart. Surrounded by forests and waterfalls, it's a haven for hikers, bikers, and anyone craving a breath of pure mountain air. The trails here wind through ancient woods, up to the iconic Śnieżka Peak, the highest in the range, where the wind carries secrets from across the border. But Karpacz isn't just about adrenaline. There's a magical, almost mystical quality to this town. The wooden Wang church imported from Norway, the quiet streams that reflect the sky, the sense of peace that settles over you after a day on the trails. It's a place to reconnect with nature, with adventure, and maybe even with yourself. Toruń is a town that glows with history. Birthplace of Nicolaus Copernicus, its medieval heart is so beautifully preserved, you half expect to see scholars hurrying through the streets, maps and star charts in hand. The Gothic towers of its churches rise high above the Vistula, casting long shadows over gingerbread-scented alleyways. Yes, this is the home of Poland's famous pierniki, and the aroma is everywhere. But what truly sets Toruń apart is its spirit. There's a vibrancy here, a playfulness that bubbles up at every turn, from the quirky leaning tower to the lively riverside cafes. It's a place where curiosity is celebrated, where every visit feels like the start of a new discovery. In Toruń, you don't just learn about the stars, you feel inspired to chase them yourself. Zamość is like stepping into a geometry lesson delivered by an artist. Designed in the 16th century as the ideal city, its grid of streets and harmonious facades are a testament to Renaissance vision. The main square dazzles with arcaded houses in every hue, their intricate details glowing in the afternoon sun. It's easy to lose hours here, wandering beneath the arches, listening for the echoes of history. Yet, Zamość is very much alive. The cafes spill onto the square, markets fill with laughter and chatter, and the fortress walls that once protected the town now invite you to stroll along their ramparts and imagine life centuries ago. In Zamość, the past feels accessible, tangible, beautiful, and utterly unique. Malbork rises from the banks of the Nogat River like something out of a fairy tale, a red brick fortress so vast it seems to defy reality. This is actually the largest castle in the world by land area, home to the mighty Teutonic knights and centuries of intrigue. Wandering through its echoing halls, you can almost hear the clang of armor and the hushed plotting of medieval lords. But it's not just the scale that amazes. It's honestly the sense of awe that settles as you cross the drawbridge. Gaze up at those soaring towers and touch the cool stone walls. The castle is a living museum, but also, a playground for the imagination. Every turret, every courtyard tells a story, inviting you to become part of the legend, if only for a day. Białowieża is a place where the wild things still rule. Here, in Europe's last primeval forest, ancient oaks stand sentinel over a world untouched by time. The air is thick with birdsong and the possibility of glimpsing a European bison, the continent's gentle giant, wandering through the ferns. It's a landscape that feels sacred, a reminder of how the world once was and how it could be again. Walking the forest trails, you move quietly, listening, breathing deeply, letting the silence work its magic. Białowieża isn't just a destination, it's an experience of humility and wonder. In these woods, you connect not only with nature, but with something older and wilder within yourself. The name might make you smile, but hell is, in many ways, a paradise. Stretched out along a thin peninsula, it's a place where you can walk from the Baltic Sea on one side to the sheltered bay on the other in just minutes. The beaches here are wild and windswept, perfect for kite surfing, lazy picnics, or simply watching the sun dip into the waves. But Hell is also a town of fishermen and sailors, of lighthouses and fresh-caught herring. There's a salty tang in the air, a sense of freedom that comes from living at the edge of the world. Whether you come for the sea, the sand, or the quirky charm, Hell promises memories that linger long after the tides have changed. Our journey ends in Krynica-Zdrój, a town that feels like a gentle exhale. Nestled in the Beskid Mountains, it's long been famed for its healing mineral springs. Here, the pace slows, The air is sweet with pine, and every path leads to peace. Whether you're soaking in spa waters, hiking through sunlit forests, or strolling past elegant 19th century villas. But what makes Krynica truly special is the sense of renewal it offers. The town's music festivals, artisan markets, and friendly locales create an atmosphere of warmth and welcome. It's a place to rest, to reflect, and to let the beauty of Poland sink in, body, mind, and spirit. As we close our journey, I hope these 10 towns have sparked your curiosity and maybe even stirred a little wanderlust in your heart. Poland, with all its grandeur and history, truly comes alive in these quieter corners, in the laughter echoing through a sunlit square, the hush of a forest untouched for centuries, or the warmth of a stranger's welcome on a mountain trail. These places aren't just destinations, they're invitations to slow down, to connect, to see the beauty and simplicity. Travel, for me, is always about connection, about finding those rare moments when the world feels both vast and intimately close. In Poland's small towns, I found that over and over again. In the stories shared over coffee, the thrill of discovery beneath ancient walls, the peace that settles as you watch the sun set over a river or a ridge. It's here, I think, that Poland reveals its truest self. Thank you for journeying with me today. If you've enjoyed this adventure, I'd love to hear which town calls to you most. Until next time, stay curious, keep wandering, and remember that the heart of a country is often found in its smallest places.